I'm going to do today a technique based on ski, which is a punch, a front punch to the chest or to the face. In Aikido training, we tend to do a ski to the chest for safety, but we have to bear in mind that in real situation, very likely people will be aiming for the face. So that is the reason why we do the chest sort of target. And a ski, there are various punches that possible that could be done. There's, you stand into this Ai-hanmi and you punch to the target, and the technique will be Irimi Nage. So type of punches. Punch straight to the chest, and there's some benefits to that, is that you keep your elbow down, and I'll tell you in a second, because there, that's one way of doing the punch. The second way, you twist your wrist right at the end. So now the elbow is facing this side. So this punch is a bit more powerful because you've got the twist, and so it's got an extra power rich. So I'll demonstrate to you. So this is the first punch. Punch, straight, flat. This way. Now if I just punch, twist, twist, you target more here with the first two knuckles. The first punch is pretty much all the heavy is. The second one, really these first two knuckles straight through. Now this is quite a powerful punch. But in Aikido there are ways of deflecting it, and because the elbow is facing this side, if somebody punches, and very tempting for me to bring our hand and do a snap, so you've got a bit of a problem with your arm. That's why I would rather do this because of the Aikido technique, but it is not wrong. There's another type of punch, is that you throw the punch and you withdraw it as soon as you aim to the target. So there, straight, you withdraw. That is more in karate, for example. Firstly, the footwork will be slightly different, but in Aikido we have our Ai-hanmi, and it'll be much more different. Facing forward, and then they just punch, but also they withdraw. What I know about this type of punch is when you aim to the target very slowly, you have one speed, you aim to the target, and then once you touch, you withdraw twice faster. And the simple reason is to create vibration power. So if it's aimed to the jaw, there'll be more damage. So this is why in karate they punch like this. Now in Aikido we punch like this or like this for ease of practice and to be able to do the technique. But if a punch was withdrawn faster, it would still be possible to do the technique with Irimi Nage. In essence, you have to capture not the punch, but you have to capture the person as a whole. So you've got to step quite quickly, and I'm going to demonstrate based on the punch. So somebody punches, then you're ready to move offline, and I'm going to show you. Tsuki Irimi Nage. In essence, you step offline, punch comes in, offline, and it's got to be very fast into finishing movement. You can't really do Irimi Nage and then do this way. Although you can do it to demonstrate it, but when somebody punches, they're going to be very fast to respond. So you've got to capture that in a wase, you blend in. When the attack comes in, not one hand down, because I'm going in into Itorimi. And I grab the shoulder right there, and at the same time is I'm going in with the right hip forward. So this already has an effect on the person. When I'm doing this, is I don't think of getting uke here. Is I am doing the hard technique from hips, shoulders, and expand to Kokyu. That is the feeling of it. It's definitely not step side and then something with the shoulders, with the elbows. So you need to step to the side, Itorimi, this way. So you like that. That's one way of doing it. There is that turning as well. Okay. The feeling of this one is with the jaw. That's the feeling of it. So you turn, but you're still in Ai-hanmi. And I think this is so important. So an attack. I'm still in Ai-hanmi. That's what we can do. I think the fact that I demonstrate the Sotai training, solo training on my own, without a partner, and still demonstrating the techniques with accuracy, with the right amount of footwork, shows the level of precision that Iwama Aikido offers, with the weapon studies, placement of the hips, and it's very tempting when we don't understand is, in my view, the turning, it's that spiral up here and then down. That's the difference. Difference to this down and then up. I'm not saying it can't be done. It can be done, but it's a completely different approach. And when we study weapons, when we do this type of thing, or we even deal with one or more attackers, there is a clearer understanding how the body turns because of the weapon, and this feeling to me is very important. There's another type of Irimi Nage. When you come to the strike, so you need to be to the back. The technique in itself, I think, is very complete, because what you're dealing with is actually, if there are other attackers in the background and there's one coming forward, it makes sense to go in towards the attackers, so you're creating again an obstacle. But if you're more surrounded and there's attackers in the back, this one would make sense. So the turning is to deal with multiple attackers, and I think that's, in a sense, what is important. And that's the reason why I believe this is more dealing with multiple attackers as opposed to this. You're still dealing with him because you're bringing him down, you're dealing with him, and then you. So, in effect, you've just said, by doing this movement, your concentration is on your uke, where Iwama, concentration is on multiple attackers. And that is, or he's gone. And then you can deal with anything else that may come. And this is thanks to the weapons that we're seeing. You do one attack, another attack, and keeping the hamni. And the hamdi is a very, very clever footwork, because you position it in a way your center is away from the attacker, because you're never giving it away. Or if you do, you're making it as a trap. So, but in general, you can have a good hamni, shoulder pointing, and if you have to switch, you're already facing somewhere else. And then if you have to switch again, so quickly you can change and adapt to multiple directions in different timings without having to for me, it doesn't make sense if you're going to position yourself. If you step back like this, you're already gone. And now I've had experience in my younger age. I used to work as a door supervisor in security, so I've had situations where I was outnumbered and I've had to defend myself the best I could. What I found is when there's a lot of people, actually they can't all come at once and they're limited in their direction because of the group. But it's actually quite, the fact that you've got your Ai-hanmi, they're a bit more wary because they know you're ready. But if you're moving back like this, they'll be more inclined to follow where you're going. And then you're not ready because you're thinking, I've got to position myself, but I can't position myself with 2 numbers. But here, in that situation, you're ready. So if I see somebody standing this way, I'll be extremely wary of that individual because I will be thinking he knows his stuff. And by doing the Ai-hanmi, Zanchin immediately ready. You can't be doing bowing and then look at your feet and then all of that means you're dead, you're gone. It's a little bit like when you step on a mat. Imagine this is a mat. You can do all you want outside the mat, but when you step on the mat, now, Zanchin. When you walk, you're ready. Ready. When you finish your technique, the Zanchin is still here. So that means you're ready. Ready. The attack comes to the back. I'm focusing on Irimi Nage, but it could be all kind of other techniques. But it's the readiness. And the same when you finish the technique. Because on the ground, he's not moving. He's trying to get up. This sort of feeling is there. Not that you're going to do that, but you're not going to be surprised by that. But here, and Uke should be standing up onto the ground. So if I'm Uke and I'm punching, I'm onto the ground. I definitely do not want to stand up where my partner is. So I step away and I'm still doing my Zanchin ready. And that makes Aikido more complete in my opinion. It's not just because you've done the technique, so you're onto the ground and then you're on the floor and then the technique was done, you forget the bit and then suddenly, okay, now I'm coming back. Where's the time? Your Zanchin must be kept. It's not like a switch on, off. So you had the Zanchin at one point and you turn it off. It needs to maintain, and it's the same when you finish a technique. And there should be a bowing in a wase. I see too many times when the technique is finished, that bowing is, in my view, is lacking readiness. So there, When you're ready, they know you're ready, because you're not giving away any sign of weakness. And for an attacker, they'll try and attack when it's the best time to do it, when you're least ready for it. And that's what happens outside on the street. People get mugged or attacked because they did not expect it. And that's what criminals do. So in combat or in training, don't give it away. You're keeping the distance. They know that you're well aware. And the training also is a bit more intensified, because Uke will suddenly learn as well, because he will see something else, as opposed to, I trust you, you're my friend. Got to go past that, completely practice Aikido the way it should be, martial. It's the same when you first start with the training. If you're going to begin, it's not quite the same for me. It will be different. And then don't worry about the distance if it's too far, because at the end of the day, you as Tori don't have to make the adjustment. Uke has to come to you, not Tori to Uke. And that's quite common thinking, I'm going to come closer so he can get me. That doesn't make any sense. You don't want that. The spirit is as Tori. Nothing happens, it's okay. It's down to him to come. And I think that's really important. And when we hold our weapons, whether it be a ken or a jo, it's exactly the same thing. You bow, and if I'm going to be into Tsuki no Kamae, I'm going into Tsuki no Kamae immediately. I don't bow. And do that. Very common mistakes to sort of think you have to be ready in that position. The readiness is when you bow. I am ready. I am ready. No more footwork, and I certainly will not dare to look at my feet. So, Irimi Nage, the same. So, standing up, position yourself. I hope I've been able to show you a bit more than just the technique itself. You've got the placement of the hips, but you've also got the strong Ai-hanmi and foremost the Zanchin, with a view of dealing with multiple attackers, not just one, and how the relationship with weapons and Tihan go together. In my view, is quite inseparable. Once you know these, it just opens up a completely new horizon for Aikido to progress. Anyway, thank you for watching.